Today we begin the Gospel of Luke. We're actually going to begin with chapter 3 because chapter 1 and 2 we want to save for our Christmas readings in just a week or so. But for now, as we begin chapter 3, we start not with Jesus but with John the Baptist. And in looking at John the Baptist, we see one who is preparing the way for Jesus, and he has high standards for those who would come and respond to him. This is what he says in verse 7. So he began saying to the crowds who were going out to be baptized by him, "You brood of vipers, who warned you to flee from the wrath to come? Therefore bear fruits in keeping with repentance." What was it that John was looking for? Why were his standards so high? What did he want them to do to demonstrate repentance? And what would we be willing to do to demonstrate repentance? In verse 10, and the crowds were questioning him, saying, "Then what shall we do?" And he would answer and say to them, "The man who has 2 tunics is to share with him who has none, and the one who has food is to do likewise." If you want to demonstrate repentance, life has to be about other people and not about you. You have to be willing to be strong for the weak. It's a trait that we see in Jesus, and it's what John is looking for in true believers. Verse 12, and some tax collectors also came to be baptized, and they said to him, "Teacher, what shall we do?" And he said to them, "Collect no more than what you have been ordered to. Stop taking advantage of the weak, and be an advocate for the weak. Be strong for the weak, like Jesus is going to be." And in verse 14, some soldiers were questioning him, saying, "And what about us? What shall we do?" And he said to them, "Do not take money from anyone by force, or accuse anyone falsely, and be content with your wages." He was saying you need to be willing to be strong for the weak. You need to be willing to not take advantage of those in a weakened state, but do what's best for others. John the Baptist had strong expectations for his followers. How much more for Jesus' followers?